Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 4. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please subscribe. If you are new, welcome. And if you're returning back, welcome. And if you're just a viewer and a spectator, why don't you go on and join? Subscribe. Like this video, also share it, and please leave your comments on the episode and or my commentary. Let's get into this because I only got one side of notes here. Again, I believe that Miami is the best housewife show, but I don't know what's going on. But let's get into this real quickly. So we know the whole gist of everything of this episode is going to be geared around the charity event that Larsa has with Marcus, which is for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. All right, so Nicole and Anthony, they go and have date night, and it's basically for Nicole to learn some basketball skills. She seems to be doing better than Anthony. They're talking again about getting pregnant. We know later on in the season, I don't know if in the season, but she announced it right before the season started, Nicole and Anthony, that she is with child. So I don't know if it actually happens on the show or not. So let's see. Julia and Adriana. So Adriana comes over to Julia comes over to Adriana's home, and they're going to be practicing more for her opera debut. She gets this guy who is an opera trained singer. So opposed to the other guy that was training by piano, now got someone that could actually sing it out to them. But she was recommended because she knows Clive Davis. I said, okay, go ahead and name drop. I'm not gonna be mad at it, Adriana. I got better fish to fry concerning you. So of course she starts singing again. I think with her, since she's tense and nervous, and also she's not even enunciating the words, and I don't even know. I think it's Italian. I don't even know it, but you can tell that she's not pronouncing the words. And because she's so tense, it ain't coming out right. Even though everybody's saying, I'm like, of course she's an amateur, but since she wants to know so bad, we might as well give a integral analysis / judgment. All right, so we move on to Alexa, Frankie, and Peter. Frankie is having a oxygen treatment. It's supposed to give energy more to the blood vessels that are going on. I don't understand it, but hey, I'm not in that predicament. Alexia says that Frankie is doing a lot better as far as how he expresses himself. I thought all those classes that he was taking is to live more independent. There are times where we got a flashback of when Alexia is asking him to do something and he's lazy. So I guess this is why they're doing this oxygen treatment. I think there's supposed to be like 6 treatments of this, or 12. I forgot which one. But the cost per treatment is $600 because they put it on there. That's why I'm talking about it. So whatever this independent program is, hopefully it's working, and hopefully you're able to steer him in the right way, Alexia, to be more independent. Okay, so here's a weird scene to me. Lisa. She's going over to Jody's home with the children. She hasn't told him that she's dating him and that he's Uncle Jody. Why is the children meeting him right now, Lisa? This is such a disaster for you, ma'am. I don't know what you're doing, but how it looks, it just looks like you're jumping to one man to the next to be a benefactor. But then you're bringing in your children. I'm sure Lenny has allowed the girlfriend to see the children, but why would you? Because of how trifling he is. 2, you calling him uncle, or telling them to call him Uncle Jody. That is so stereotypical of people that want men around your children. You may know him. I don't know how much you do know of him. But it's like, it's not a good look. And to me, Lisa has been clicking down since she got separated from Lenny. I don't hate Lisa. I just don't see much depth in her. And I find her to be, I think people call her queen because of her looks and the wealth that she did have. I also feel that way and how you guys view Nicole, because she's beautiful and rich. Let's keep her on the show. It's good to have these affluent people that got opulence, but what are you adding to the show? Nicole only does something if she's reactive. She don't even be a what's the word? Not a flip flopper. She don't even carry a bone. She's living her life, but is she a part of the group? She got part of the group that she's actually friendly with, or I guess being more besties with, but it's like, what are y'all doing on this show? And that's what makes other people have to work extra hard, in my opinion. Again, I do say that this is the best show, but why are some of you people here? I'm glad you're showing your life and your lifestyles, but there's also a component within this show that you got to be active with. Sorry. So yeah, Lisa, this don't look good. This don't look good, girl. This don't look good at all. All right, so everybody's getting on the bus except for Julia. And Martina. They're going to meet us there. Adriana gets on the bus and she announces to everyone that she has gas. So they're in this closed, tight place, and she says that she got to let it out. I said, Lord Jesus. I guess it's good that she said something beforehand, but maybe you should have ridden with Julia and Martina. That's just me. So Adriana really couldn't hold it for much longer. So they ended up, I think, like 40 minutes out, having to go someplace for Adriana to use the bathroom. Alexia and Marisol were also in one of the stalls or whatever. Adriana overheard them talking about her having gas and all this good stuff. So then Adriana decided to pick a fight because she believes that they're just haters for talking about it. I mean, anybody's going to talk about you, Adriana. Anybody's going to talk about anybody that's all of a sudden this gas maker for the bus that they got to sit up in, and possibly you're going to poop right in front of them. Of course, they don't like you. But guess what? Oh, I'm going to say something a little bit later. So then Adriana gets on the bus talking about them, they're haters, and Alexia ends up confronting Adriana about her talking ish about her marriage. Adriana does pull up, I guess, a receipt about, well, a somewhat receipt about what happened when they saw Todd in the parking garage or wherever after the last event that Alexia was hosting. And she said verbatim what happened as we heard it before, and Lisa did confirm what she did say. So then Alexia brings up regarding what she said on her way to Alexia's home about Alexia thinks that she's better than everybody, always flaunting all these gifts and all this good stuff. I mean, look. Well, Alexia said, well, I don't care what you guys think. You can think whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I think she said something about, because they talked about when she flashed an item last year for her birthday. You guys were just flaunting it out and all that good stuff. Well, Alexia says, well, the next time, anytime Todd wants to flash any gifts, he's probably going to do it for my birthday. He's going to flash again or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So they're fighting, and then all of a sudden Marisol gets into it, and they start fighting. Adriana just calls her a drunk. At this moment, the drunk read is old. Marisol's not going to change. She's going to get drunk or whatever, but it's not a read. You did all that you could do with it during last year's reunion. Come up with something else. There's got to be something else about Marisol that you can read about Adriana. All right, so we get to the stadium after all this bickering. Adriana stands in the corner. Now Lisa got to go pull her over so that she can be included. She don't really want to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. So they finally get to the game. But Adriana plays the same way every year. Instead of being the bona fide housewife. I understand why she should have a mojito, but I do understand why she don't have a mojito. Like, you are too babyish for this. Stand up and be the housewife that you have been destined to be, lady. So the game starts. I think Julia and all them, they did come. Before, what happened? Before they before they went out to get to the game, Julia came, and Adriana wanted to say, I don't really want to play. I don't want to play. Da, 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 da. They're doing this, da, 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 da. And what's her name? Gertie. She was like, well, are we going to play the game or whatever? This is not even important. You guys are bickering over nothing. Let's go and play. And then Adriana, yeah. So they go out on the court, and Adriana and Marisol, they fall. They both laugh at each other. Alexia and Marisol laugh at Adriana, and Adriana laughed at Marisol. Kiki is also injured too. Okay, she sprains her ankle, which was a lot different from them. I'm like, ooh, well, these ladies, besides from Kiki, I mean, they're at least middle-aged 40s into their 50s. I don't know how old is Marisol. She could be pushing on 60. I don't know. But, oof, they falling like that. But somebody's hurt next week. Well, two people are hurt. Marisol has a brace on, and then Kiki, she's walking on this walker. I said, okay. So let's see. I think Adriana, she told Julia also she does not want Adriana and Marisol invited to the party that Julia is invited. It is hosting at Adriana's home, which I don't understand why. That's the other thing. Julia has at Julia's home, at Adriana's home. Go to your home that you guys are hardly at and surprise her there. That is so crazy. But anyways, now she's pulling rank, and they can't be there because I don't want anybody there that hates me in my home, which I think that's foul. I think that's foul. I understand it, but at the same time, I think it's foul. All right, so there was a blue team and a black team, and the black team won. I think the ones that were black team was Larsa and Marcus's team. $40K has been expended to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So congratulations to you all. All right, so while they're in the locker room, Alexia is having her birthday party, and they're wishing her, singing happy birthday to you. And of course, Adriana's not celebrating with them. And next thing you know, Todd gifts her with another watch and flaunts it, as Alexia wanted them to do. It's not that Adriana is wrong. It's just like, you look like a hater doing all of this stuff. And you've been looking pathetic since season 4. All because you don't really have the money. Everything would look better if you weren't looking like, and I'm not meaning it like it sounds, I'm just going by what the animated series is. You look like a street rat. I don't mean it literally. I'm just going by that poor mentality and that, oh, man, stop it. I'm sorry, but I think his name was Frederick that left you. My God, you are still stuck there. And because you don't have the finances that you are accustomed to, you're still there, and you're shooting high at people that don't even deserve your attention. Again, I understand why you don't really have a mojito. So there's some flaws in this whole Todd and Alexia situation, their marriage, and I guess we will find out what happens later on in this season. That's all I do have. I kind of griped more, but that's all, what I was writing. I'm like, dang, I thought I would have a whole lot more notes, but I'm just looking at this like, oh, okay. This was kind of a filler episode despite all the arguing, because the type of arguing that they are doing is becoming redundant and sloppy, and we don't need to hear it in this way. Argue about something else now. All right, but I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, also share it, subscribe to my channel, and leave your commentary on this episode. Maybe I left something out, or maybe more you need to say that I didn't miss, or maybe I'm wrong about something. Let me know about it. Until the next video, peace.